Morning everyone. Good morning girls, how are you today? So in this week we'll continue lessons in chapter 11, and as you know, in the last week we have learned how to compare fractions and mixed numbers and how to order them. And we have started chapter 11, lessons 2 and 5, the ways to add and subtract fractions using like denominators. In this week we'll continue chapter 11, and today lesson 6, write mixed numbers as equivalent fractions. So today you'll be able to write mixed numbers in a way of equivalent fraction that is called improper fractions. Let me show you types of fractions before we start. As you know, we have proper fractions and we have mixed numbers, and we took them already. We have learned about them. Today we will concentrate on improper fractions. Before that, let's remember what is the mixed number. You know that the mixed number is a whole number and a fraction. So 2 and 2/3 is a mixed number. The fraction that we have learned before, like 3 out of 5, 1 out of 2, 2 out of 3, these fractions, as you see in the numerator, the number is less than the denominator. 1 is less than the 2, 2 is less than the 3, and as you see here, when we have a numerator less than the denominator, the fraction is proper. So this is a proper fraction because the fraction here is less than 1. The numerator is less than the denominator. So from here, let's move now to improper fraction. Look at this fraction and you will guess what we mean by improper fraction. Improper fraction, when we have in the numerator, is greater than the denominator. As you see here, 6 out of 4. Here is the 6 is greater than the 4. Okay, before the fractions that we have learned before, in the numerator, the number is less than the denominator, but here the numerator is greater than the numerator. So this is what we call it improper fractions, and you know that improper fractions are greater than 1. The numerator is greater than the denominator. So we have learned two types of fractions, as I told you, proper fractions and improper fractions. You should know two things about proper, that is it's greater less than 1, and the numerator less than the denominator, like 2/3. Improper fraction is greater than 1 and the numerator is greater than denominator, like 9 out of 4. From here, let's move now to our lesson, how to write mixed number into improper fraction, or if I have improper fraction, how can I write it as a mixed number? Let's take the first example, 7 out of 2. As you see, the 7 is greater than the 2. So this is improper fraction. How can I write it as a mixed number? Before I show you how I write it as a mixed number, I will show you first by model. Look at this model, 7 out of 2. It means 7 divide 2. It means that I have 7 halves. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 halves. So these 7 halves, if I collect them, how many whole I will get? Let's collect them together. So 1, if I collect these halves together, 1, these halves together, 1, and these halves together, 1. So I will get how many whole? 1, 2, 3. I just collected them. So I have 3 whole. Okay, what is the fraction? Here is the fraction. So the fraction is 1/2 because 1 shaded part out of 2. So, sorry, let's erase it. Okay. Okay, so I will rewrite it again. 3 whole and 1/2, right? Very nice. Now we will answer it without a model, okay? We should answer it without a model. So I will show you how we will write this as a mixed number. You know that the mixed number is a whole and a fraction. So how many whole here? I will look to the denominator and ask myself, how many 2's I can use to make 7? As the long division. Do you remember, guys, the long division here? When we divide, it's actually the fraction here, 7 out of 2. It means 7 divide 2. So 7 divide 2 is what? As you see, remember, how many 2's in the 7? We count 2 and 2, 4 and 2, 6 and 2, 8. I can't take this 2. So I have to use how many 2's, girls? I will use 3 2's. Very good. So this is my whole number because I used 3 2's. Okay. What about the numerator and denominator? I will tell you a secret about denominator. The denominator will stay the same. So if you want to write improper fraction into a mixed number, the denominator will stay the same. Also, if you will write the mixed number into improper fraction, you will write the same denominator. It will never change. What about the numerator? From where I will get this numerator? Okay. Ask yourself, how many 2's you used to make 7? 2 and 2, 4 and 2, 6. So I used 6. Until now, if I use 3 2's, I will have 6. How many left to make them 7? I need 1. So this is 1. Right? So this is my mixed number, 3 and 1/2. Let's have another example. Again, 8 out of 3. It means 8 divided 3. We can make it a long division. So let's remember here, I will work with the denominator and skip count the denominator until I get the numerator. So this is my way how to write a mixed number from an improper fraction. Again, what I will do, the first step, I will look to the denominator and skip count until I get the numerator. So 3 plus 3, 6 plus 3, 9. I can't use this 3 because it will make 9. I need only 8 or less. So 3 plus 3 is 6. It will make for me 6. Right? So 3 plus 3 is 6. How many the 6 need to be 8? It needs 2. So first of all, I will write the whole number. How many 3's I used? I used 2 3's, as you see here. 1, 2, right? Okay, this is the whole number. What about the mixed? What about the fraction in the mixed number? I told you the denominator stay the same. And what about the numerator? The numerator, from where I get it? From the difference between this number and this. Right? How many the 6 need to be 8? 2. So this is my mixed number, 2 and 2/3. Right? Very nice. So I can do 2 ways. I can do long division or skip count. Skip count, as I told you. And long division, you can do the long division. Okay, guys? So like 7 divide 2, it will be 3, 6, and the remainder is 1. So this is the remainder. Right? So using long division, I can write 3 is the whole, 1 is the remainder, and 2 is my denominator. Right? Okay. We finished from how to write improper fraction into a mixed number. Let's see how can I write a mixed number here into an improper fraction. You know that the improper fraction is a numerator and denominator. What about the denominator? Write it as it. So we don't have any problem in the denominator. What about the numerator? Which number here? How can I get this number? It's just a simple way, see girls. Okay, I will just look at the denominator. Always I will work with the denominator. I will look at the denominator and multiply it with 4. Then add the numerator. Again, I will multiply the denominator with the whole, then the answer plus it with the numerator. Practice this, girls. You should memorize it. The denominator multiply the whole, I will get what? 8. I will plus this 8 with 1, I will get 9. So my improper fraction is 9 out of 2, as you see here. Again, what I did here, I just multiplied the 2 with 4, then add. So I will multiply, then add. Right? Multiply, then add. Let's move now. We have another example. As you see, I want to write the improper fraction for this mixed number. First of all, write the line, and we have a numerator and denominator. Write the denominator directly. No need to think about it. What about the numerator? It's just what? Let's remember the steps. We will multiply the denominator by the whole and add. Remember again, multiply and add. Right, girls? So 3 multiplied to 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. So my improper fraction is 8 out of 3. Done? Very nice. Here, girls, we have from the classwork. I will answer some questions. I picked already some questions, and the others or the rest of the questions you'll do them by yourself. So here, open page 236. I will use this model to find the answer. As you see here, I should write this mixed number into improper fraction. How is that? As you know, 1. This is 1 whole, okay? And here the fraction is 1/4. Is 3 out of 3/4, sorry, because 3 is colored, okay? So this one is 1. Sorry. Let's erase it. So this is 1 whole, and this is a fraction, 3 out of 4. How can I change this into a mixed number? Let's do my rules. I will just multiply and add. So 4 multiply 1, 4, and add 3, 7 out of 4. The denominator never change, as I told you. Okay, guys, now before answering the problem solving here, I will explain how we'll answer them. But please go now to your student book or textbook to answer your questions. Then come back again here to check your problem solving with my explaining. Okay, so I will explain the question, problem solving question 22 in page 237. This is 237. Okay, so Kara makes 2 and 3/8 gallons of lemonade. Jane makes 17 out of 8 gallons of lemonade. Who makes more lemonade? Explain how you found your answer. Explaining is my answering the steps. Okay, so we will, who makes more lemonade? Like we want to compare between these two, but I can't compare between them. We have one mixed number here, as you see, one mixed number, and here is an improper fraction. So I should make them both mixed number or both improper fraction. So it's better for me and it's easier for me to make both of them improper fractions, okay? As you want. If you want to make them both mixed number, it's up to you. So 2 and 3 out of 8. I just want to make it as an improper fraction because I will compare it with this fraction, okay? So how can I write here the improper fraction? I told you the denominator stay the same, and about the numerator we should multiply and plus. So 8 multiplied to 16 plus 3, 19. So I will compare 19 out of 18 with 17 out of 18, which is more. 19 out of 18, it means Kara is more, right? Let's see this one. This is problem solving 23. Arab uses 15 out of 4 cups of flour to make 48 muffins. Is this greater than greater than or less than 4 cups? Okay, so he will use 15 out of 4. They are asking me if it's greater or less than 4. So I should change it to a mixed number. So how can I change this to a mixed number? I will ask myself, how many 4s in 15? So I will count 4 plus 4, 8 plus 4, 12 plus 4, 16. So I can't use this one. So how many 4s I should use? 4. Let's change 4 and 4 and 4. Okay, so I have to use 3/4. I will make them 12. The left will be 3 out of 4. Okay? Try to solve this by yourself.